Everyone, where are my morning people? This is Nandi, and we're going to be talking about lime water as usual. This morning, I'm going to be actually making some lime juice. So I'm going to just be squeezing my limes and just storing it in a jar. Now, this is something I don't usually do because I prefer to have when I'm using my fruits, I prefer to have them fresh, just prepared, just have them on hand, and whenever I'm ready for them, then I will go ahead and slice them up. But sometimes, there are things that I do um, prepare and put away. For example, my avocados, because the avocado spoils very easily, and so if you have a lot of them and you keep them on the kitchen counter or even keep them in the refrigerator, they will tend to spoil on you. So what I do when I have a lot of avocados, I just slice them up and store them in a container in the refrigerator. So sometimes, you might need to have your lime juice, and it's much better if you have the limes and juice them and put them up in your refrigerator than, say, going to buy lime juice. Excuse me. um Excuse my throat clearing. So I'm on my dry fasting. So typically I dry fast 2 days each week. So this is my second day. So with the dry fasting, you'll have the mucus being cleared from the throat. So excuse me if you hear me clearing my throat. Um, right. So it's better if you have your your fresh limes and prepare them yourself. Keep them in a jar in the refrigerator for when you need them. Let's say you want to have your lime water in the morning, and you have to be moving fast in the mornings. You don't really have the time. It's a matter of seconds from when you wake up and have to do all those things and then get out of the house. So yes, you can prepare it from the night before, and then you just pour out the amount that you need. As well as during the day, you might want to add your lime juice to your other juices, and you just want to have it on hand. Much better than purchasing lime juice from the store in a bottle, because then it is likely to have preservatives, right? And we want to avoid that at all costs. So I'm going to go ahead. So this is my jar with my limes, right? Big, sumptuous limes. These are much bigger than your regular limes that you normally. And as you can see, they are well ripe. And this is how I prefer my fruits, ripened on the tree. And that is when all the flavonoids have had time to come into being, as I like to think of it. The sun has had time to nurture the fruit, and now we know it is ripe, it's mellow. So you see the yellow color. Um, Many people, they're using their lime, it's green, and they don't have an issue with it. The only time you see me using green limes is when nothing else is available, because in the green lime, the acid is still very sharp, very strong. The ripe limes will still have the citric acid or the ascorbic acid, but there is mild and does not have that harsh effect in the system. Powerful, but not the burning aspect of the acid. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be straining the limes, the lime juice. So for each of the limes, I'm going to just, I like to do things, um, what you'd call it now, in bulk, if you want to call it that. So what I do is, I'm having a hard time staying on the screen. Oh Lord, the orientation of the video. Can you see me? Okay. So I'm just going to cut all of them all at once. And so I will have, when I'm ready to strain them, I can just go straight ahead and just strain all of them at once. So these are very succulent. See? You can see. I don't know when I'm going to figure out this orientation. All right, so these are succulent. Lots of juice in them. And this is how you want your limes. All right, so I'm just going to squeeze them now. So I have a spoon here. So when I'm done, I can just squeeze out the lime juice. And this is very astringent. This is a very powerful juice. When I'm doing my lime juice fast, I actually just drink. You can't just drink the lime juice like that. It's gonna be pulling on your mucous membranes if you're able to withstand that. But that's what you want it to do, right? Or you can dilute it and you can just have your lime water throughout the day. So you can go on a lime water fast for a couple days, and that will really get the mucus out of your system because of the astringent power of the lime. All right, so I'm squeezing, getting all of this juice out. Lots of seeds also in these limes, so that's why we're straining it. You actually don't have to strain it, because even if you're going to be blending your juices, you can blend the seed of the lime as well. But I prefer to take out the seeds. All right, so I'm almost done. I'm squeezing out this goodness. Very sour, but good stuff. In Jamaica, we love our limes. You know, lime is one of our panaceas, especially when it comes to building the immunity. We run to the lime. So you feel a cold coming on, you know, you have sinus infection, bronchitis, asthma, those respiratory tract conditions, as well as you just want to clear out the mucus. You know, after a time, the mucus starts to accumulate, particularly if we know we have not been acting right in terms of what we're putting in our bodies. Some of us, we know ourselves, we're guilty sometimes. As much as we know the facts and we know what we're supposed to do, sometimes you just fall off track. You fall off course, and so you want to get back. So this is one of the things you can do. You can go on a lime water fast for as many days as you want, even for a week or more, and get that astringent power of the lime. So I'm going to rinse my hands now. I have to make sure I rinse my hand carefully. Okay, so I'm going to strain these to remove the seeds. And you can see it's a lot of seeds. Look at that. Lots of seeds. So remove those. And then I'm going to pour that into my jar. Let me just rest this here. So I'm going to pour that into my jar. Okay. And this is my lime water. Okay, so this is my lime water. So this is the amount I got. I think I did about 10 limes. And this is the amount that I got. Now this is powerful stuff, guys. This is powerful stuff, right? This is something you can have in your refrigerator. If you make your other juices, you just put as much of the lime as you want. It adds a refreshing taste to the juices, that tangy flavor to your juices. Or if you just want it to use for your lime water, you keep it in your refrigerator. As you get up, you get your water, you pour this, and you don't have to be, cutting the lime every time. Some persons prefer to just have things on hand. For me, as I said, when it comes to my fruits, I like to have them fresh, right as I'm going to use them. That's when I want to be slicing them. If I can avoid storing them away, I definitely do that. But there are some times when you cannot avoid it and you can store them in the refrigerator, so that we can take advantage of the technology of the age that we live in. All right, so my morning people, this is for you. This is our time. So normally I go live for the lemon water series at about 4 in the morning, 4:30 thereabouts. So you can just watch out for the videos, and just remember, you can come on and we can talk about anything you want, if that's what you want, right? I'm seeing some messages, I think. Hold on. Oh, hi everyone. Oh, hi Kenisha, you made it this morning. Yes, you are late. You are late, madam. Where do I purchase my lime? Well, I buy my lime all over the place. I live in Portmore, Jamaica, and the food man, in Jamaica we call them food man, right? The vendors who sell fruits, they know me because fruits are my life, and so they know when I'm coming. They know what I want. They know the quality of the stuff that I'm going to be demanding, right? So I have food man all over the place, in Portmore where I get my stuff, and they know me, like I say, as well as I get fruits from the market. Now there's a fairly new market in Greater Portmore, and you can go there on Friday evening, Saturday morning, especially. So the market is at the roundabout in Greater Portmore. Very vibrant market, and it's expanding, right? So I go there on, sometimes on a Saturday and get my stuff. And the supermarkets in Portmore usually have good fruits for you to choose from. Progressive Supermarket, Shoppers Fair, Mega Mart, High-Low. So I get my fruits there as well. And they have good quality fruits, I can tell you. Right? Good quality fruits. So these limes, these particular ones though, I got them in town. But sometimes I go to the market in town, and sometimes I get my fruits from Price Smart. So that's where I was at Price Smart just the other day, and across from Price Smart, you have some vendors. So I get My grapes in particular, I get them from Price Smart. Very good quality and very reasonable prices. That's on Red Hills Road. But across from Price Smart, you have some vendors, and that's where I got these big succulent limes. And I am going to go back there just for those limes. I remember last year, was it last December, or I went to Mandeville with some friends, and on the way back, so it's a route from Mandeville to Portmore. I saw the biggest, juiciest limes, and it's like those limes stayed on my mind. I bought about 3 dozen, and whenever I saw my friend was going back, I asked her to get me back some of those limes. But that's how I am about fruits. Once I get good quality fruits, they do stay on my mind, and I will seek them out. I will come off a perfectly good vehicle in the middle of nowhere just to get my good quality fruits. So yes, so these limes are running out. So I'm going to definitely be going back for some more. Right, but if you're in my area, in the Portmore area, go to the market on a Saturday morning and get your stuff there. So these vendors who come to the Portmore market, I think they're coming in from Linstead, Bogwalk, that side up in the hills of St. Catherine. So they definitely have some good stuff and at reasonable prices. In the morning, well, for my routine, so Kenisha is asking how can I keep up in the morning, because sometimes I'm too tired to get up. No man, you're one of my morning people. You have to join me. For me, because I work straight down to some bad hours in the night, 10, 11, 12 o'clock in the night, and I still get up at 4 to start my day. Right? So, but my routine, so when I wake up, I'll do my meditation first. So for about half an hour, I'm doing my meditation and my affirmation, looking at my vision board, getting my mind in that frame to face the day. And I find that keeps me grounded. Also, sorry, the fact that I eat so much fruits and drink these fruit juices and the herbal teas, that too has an impact on you, because if you're going to be eating junk food throughout the day and then you come home again and you have a large meal, because most persons, they're getting home like 5, 6, even 7 o'clock, and you're eating that big heavy meal sitting on your stomach, you're going to be sluggish. You're not going to want to come out of the bed in the mornings. So include more fruits in your diet, I would say, Kenisha, if you want that energy, because the fruits have the most energy on the planet. Right? This is natural fructose. This is energy straight to your bloodstream. And when you have more fruits, just the vibrant energy too, just the vibration of the fruits, it keeps you active, it keeps you energetic. I have a full day every day and doing all manner of things. I'm teaching a full day school. I have my several YouTube channels that I'm on, taking care of things for my family, all kinds of stuff, going on errands, this and that, and my energy is always up. And I do my laps, because when I wrap this up in the mornings, I'm going to make my 2 batches of fruit juices, and then I'm off to do my laps every single morning, unless it rains. Well, even when it rains, sometimes I'm off. So my energy is up, and I think it's definitely because of the abundance of fruits that I live on. Not that I don't eat other things, because my diet is not perfect right now. I will have some cake every once in a while, maybe a veggie burger or something like that. But mostly I'm on the fruits, the herbal teas, the juices, and that definitely keeps my energy up. Kenisha, so I'm glad you were able to join this morning. I know you've been wanting to join for a long time. I'm glad you made it, and I hope this is the beginning of a great relationship online. Everybody else, remember you can come on with your questions. We can talk about everything. Your bad dream, your good dream where you have, whatever you wake up with on your mind, we can talk about it, right? So Kenisha is asking which herbal teas. Now, usually in the mornings, I will show you what I have brewing. So what I do is I brew 2 herbal teas from the night before, and then the next day I will add those to my juices. So for this week, I've been using the guinea hen weed, the blue vervain. I've been using chaparral, um, graviola, which is the soursop leaf, peppermint. If I'm really going, some weeks I'm really packing up the punch with my herbal teas, and each of those brews might have 5 or 6 herbal teas in them. So let me tell you some of the common ones that I use. The alfalfa, dandelion. I will almost always have my comfrey. For the female reproductive brew, I will have my black cohosh, red raspberry leaf, red clover, donquay, to get your hormones regulated. I have about 6 or 7 herbs for my female herbal preparation. Sorry. For the lungs, if I'm focusing on the lungs for a particular week, I will use my mullein herb, fenugreek, um, and there are a number of herbs that I almost always have. When they run out, I just go to the herbal store, whether in Portmore or in Kingston, and and stock up, and then I'll make my brew and have that to add to my fruit juices or just to drink as tea on their own. Particularly the female reproductive, I drink that as a tea. So when I come back from my laps, I drink that tea. And the other herbal teas, they're added to the juices. So I always have those herbs in my kitchen stored away. All right, so I'm going now to make my fruit juices. Thank you for joining me, and you're welcome back every morning once you're up. The more you have your lime water and your other fruit juices, the more energy you will have, and you'll definitely be able to join me and we can chat. All right, so thank you all for being a part of this broadcast. I'll see you tomorrow morning, same place, same time. All right, take care.